What's up, guys? Let me put my cans on. Running a minute behind today. Want to get into it. It's another Inside the Green Room segment with John Bartolo. I appreciate everyone. I appreciate everyone who tunes in and all the sponsors listed below. Go check some of the links. We try to promote the sponsors as much as humanly possible. So please go support them, and supporting them is supporting this show. So I want to get into a couple things that I haven't had much time to kind of address. But first, I want to highlight all the past guests. So we had some awesome guests the last few weeks, guys. Super excited to have them on. Had an awesome time with all of them. Go check out the episodes if you haven't. We had Tactical Carl on. He was hilarious. A lot of fun interviewing him. Had such a good time, spending time with him. We had the Less Lethal, the Burner guys from Less Lethal. Burner Less Lethal. And I share a little bit of a connection to them because the company is actually up in the Northeast. It was really cool to hear about all the different less lethal options and things that are coming on the scene. I like that stuff. It's important to have an open mind with it. I also have had the opportunity of having Valentina Shevchenko on again. If you haven't checked out that episode, she wanted to recap her involvement in the 6 Hour Hunter games that are coming up. If you haven't checked those out, I suggest that you do the hashtag Hunter Games. I believe it's 6 Hour Hunter Games, one of them. Go see what's going on there. I know they're going to be launching a show. It's going to be really exciting, and Valentina had the opportunity from the UFC to compete in it, as well as Bo Sandoval and some others, and hopefully we'll get some words from some of those folks. So I appreciate Valentina for coming in. So if you haven't checked out that episode, we also had Elliot Marshall on. He's a black belt, public speaker, awesome guy. Go check out that episode. So we've had some really great guests, and I'm super excited to be bringing you more guests coming up. We got some great ones lined up. I'm looking forward to having Jessica Govin on again. We're going to have Tom DeBlas on. We're going to have PJ Braun from Blackstone Labs. Some really cool people I'm excited about, and I think are going to talk about some really cool stuff and address a few things. So that's obviously awesome. And going forward, there's some new stuff to report, some updates out there in the universe. I know many people have asked me about the Kimberly Klacik, Candace Owens beef. Now, I want to get into that and address a couple things with it because I've had Kimberly Klacik on as a guest. So I do want to first say, I think it goes without saying that we had Kimberly Klacik on the show. I think she's great. I think she was a fine candidate. She presented herself well. I didn't know much about her campaign finance because at the time that we had her on, I believe she had just finished running her race. I'll have to go back and double check. I wasn't hip to a lot of this stuff, as many of us aren't. If the allegations or any of it's true, I don't know. I'm not overly familiar with every nook and cranny, but I did see Candace Owens bring up a few things, and I want to say this. Candace is not wrong in that we have to do a better job kind of looking into the accountability piece. I think we take for granted that everybody's a great person. This has nothing to do with the allegations at Kimberly, but I think it's a fair topic to address. We have to do a better job looking into these things and understanding where the money comes from and where it goes. And I think it's okay to ask those questions. So, to everybody out there that maybe has questions or has doubts, I think Candace, and I believe she said it was California Underground, laid some interesting groundwork to do your own little investigative reporting. And if you have questions or anything suspect. Now, I do want to say whether someone was a stripper in the past or whatever they were, I don't care about that necessarily. People may, whether or not the husband was a strip club manager. I don't have to vote for them, so I have the luxury of saying, it doesn't affect me. But again, to each his own. As long as you're upfront and honest about it. And I think Candace's point was that she wasn't or hadn't been, or was maybe disingenuous about her nonprofit and just some of the transactions inside of her report. And I don't think Candace is wrong for bringing awareness to it. I think there's a place for that. And I think people should do their own due diligence, do their own homework. Ultimately, Candace, I believe, wrapped her 45-minute long IGTV piece with, you have to do your own homework, do your own investigative reporting. Most of these people will never get caught, never get persecuted that do this type of, stuff. But we have to hold them accountable and maybe ask the questions. And she's not wrong about that. I compare it, honestly, because it has nothing to do with this situation, but I compare it to the NRA spending, globs of money on various things. If we want to see better marketing, better education coming out of those spaces, we have to hold accountable where the dollars go. So I think that's an important message. I don't know what you guys think. Comment below and let me know. I'd be curious to see what all your thoughts are. Now, I want to address one or two other things coming up. We will have a little construction, couple changes in the studio coming, so I'm looking forward to bringing you those and probably do something along those lines to highlight those changes. We'll also be having a little bit of a pre-NRA show as the NRA show ekes closer in September. We'll have some guests on that'll talk about booths, talk about what's going to be going on there, what that's going to look like. I hope everybody has a fabulous weekend. A few people I appreciate wished me well. It's my birthday this weekend, so I'm excited about that. And I appreciate all you guys that have sent thanks and appreciation. So thank you for that to everybody that tunes in. I know I'm ironing out some of the bugs with the Inside the Green Room segment. So I appreciate you guys that have been patient with all that. So thank you for that. I want to address one other thing too that's on my board that people have been asking. They've been asking quite a bit about having Gina Carano on. We are working on that. That's something that's coming together. It's actually materializing as we speak. So I appreciate that. All those that have helped in that. So I'm working on it and looking forward to it. There's some other special guests that I'm excited to bring you. Don't miss, as I said before, the Tom DeBlas episode, July 10th or so. I'll double check on the date on that for you guys, but I believe that's the date. And I appreciate all the support. And those of you that go back and watch old episodes and or tap thumbs up, I appreciate it. It means a lot. If you want to continue to see my videos and or support what we're trying to do here, please go in, tap thumbs up, share the video. It means a ton, guys, when you do that type of stuff. And thank you for all the birthday wishes. It's greatly appreciated. We will be having some of the Geeks and Gamers guys on the week of August 11th or so. So look forward to that. There's a lot of cool stuff on the horizon. I addressed the Klacik Candace Owens issue, and hopefully as we see that materialize, there'll be more to report on that. I think it's something that's relevant. We have addressed and we have talked quite a bit about some of the different ammunition news. There's nothing new to report there. I have been seeing some prices come down and start to level off. In some instances, I've gotten a lot of messages about that, so I'll bring you more as that kind of materializes. So thank you to everybody that asks about the ammo stuff going on. Any other questions, concerns, or comments, please feel free. Guys, I appreciate it. When you comment down below, I read that stuff. So it means a lot. I get a lot of questions, too, about the booze that's on the table when you see us sometimes having a drink. That is Dana White's Howler Head. If you haven't checked it out, he was kind enough. Dana sent over some bottles. That is his Howler Head Monkey Spirit, it's called, I believe. So I appreciate it, Dana White. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments or anything, please, send it down below. I have gotten a few messages. People have asked about NRA. I will be there for sure, just to address that. I will be at that show that is in Houston, Texas. So I'll be there for a couple days. I appreciate you guys. Maybe we'll link up or do a meetup. Thank you to everybody. Comments down below. I'm curious to see what you all think about the Candace Owens, Kimberly Klacik issue. Please let me know down below in the comments. Looking forward to the fights this weekend. Thank you to everybody for the birthday wishes. Appreciate all of you. And don't forget to subscribe on the Warrior Poet Society Network. Go check out the show. Please subscribe. Use the code Bartolo. If you can, please check out the Warrior Poet Society Network. It's greatly appreciated, guys, if you use my code. Check out all the links below. Go support the show. Send reviews, thumbs up, shares. All appreciated. Love all you guys. Can't thank you guys enough. We're out.